Can you hear that? I don't know if you can hear that. But there's a digger. There's a man in a digger. Like literally over there. 9:15 night on a Friday night. Surely he has somewhere better to be than there. I don't know. Yeah. Okay, I'm a wee bit behind. I haven't actually done this. I've kind of got halfway there. And then he started in the digger. I mean, seriously? My sense of humour is just going. With every... You know what? Let's not go there. Man's my neighbour, so... So I'll just kind of do this. And hopefully you can't hear the digger. Is the sound okay? Not including the digger. Because I've had to put the microphone in. Is the sound okay, whoever's on? Speaking of which... Oh, hey, Frank. Is the sound okay from the microphone, yeah? Let me see. I wonder, can I get on? I've got the laptop here today. And this is plan B. I'll explain it in a little minute if I can get online and then I can see the chat better. How do I actually do that though? Trying to remember how to do anything, sorry. Okay, there we go. We're live. If I just turn the sound down, otherwise there's going to be a big echo. Turn the sound down. Okay, it sounds like there's about 4 or 5 seconds delay on it. Hey Graham. Hey Rick. Yeah, so we can actually see the chat now. So this is plan B. Oh, by the way, if you've just joined, can you hear outside what's happening outside? There's a man in a digger over there, just outside that wall. Oh, it's annoying the fucking clean out of me. There's the first swear of the night. I said to myself I wasn't going to swear. I said to myself the first thing I'm going to do is apologise about what happened last week. Where that went last week, that went quite... wasn't intended for me to air my dirty laundry, literally dirty underpants in public like that. So I can only apologise for that. At the end of the night we're all going to sing Kumbaya. Yeah, so we're a bit behind, as I said. And I'm just doing this. I think I would have had this done earlier, but I've had a few issues. So obviously the man and the digger. But yeah, so the whole setup then has been plan B. I had... tonight I'm on my phone, my old phone, not the new phone, the old phone, which I normally do, but it's like... The quality is like, it records in 720. And the quality is better than my other phone, which is full HD. Go figure. But I know, digging it this time, the night, 9:15. He's the kind of person that on a windy day, you know, a windy day when you put your clothes out on the line, he would light a fire over there. Fucking idiot. Sorry, I've completely forgotten what I was saying there. He's built basically, this is like, he has a lot of horses. Him and his family basically live in the corner there. And there's like brothers and sisters and all, and they have a load of horses. So he's built like a big stables kind of just literally over there. And I think he's building some kind of place where he can park his like tractor and stuff beside it. I'm not sure. It could be another building going up, who knows. But he's building an empire basically over there, and it's annoying the frig cleaning me. Right. So yeah, I was talking about then how I'm recording tonight. So yeah, to go live on YouTube on your mobile, you need like 1,000 subscribers and you need like so many watch times, which I have. Fortunately, I don't know how we manage that. I think just persistence and putting out videos has got me like 1,600 viewers. I only ever wanted 1,000, by the way. So I'm not kind of That's why I don't really market this channel very much, because I just don't care. I've done the 1,000. I've done it. Don't want any more. But yeah, so on the channel or on YouTube going live, you can only have like you need 1,000 to do it on your mobile phone, which I'm doing it on now. The plan was to do it through the laptop, which I have in front of me now, so I can see the chat coming up. And I was using the webcam on this laptop is shite. Like the webcam, the built-in webcams and all laptops are shite. So I had this great idea that I was going to use my phone. So I was using this phone and I was using the other phone, the HD phone, proper HD phone. And it kind of, I was doing it upstairs and it was kind of, it looked okay quality. And then I came down here tonight about 8:30, even earlier, to get it up. And I did a few tests and it just looked really shit. It looks semi-okay on a phone, but on the actual computer, it just looked really terrible. Compared to this, I mean, this actually looks decent quality. So, yeah, I don't know how that works. But yeah, I don't know if it's because I'm streaming, because I had to stream from the phone and link it up to the PC and then go through YouTube that way. So maybe there's too much like streaming stuff going on, it's ruining the quality. I'm not entirely sure, but maybe. There's Hopless has got a message retracted already. Christ knows what he's saying. Hello. Geez, how many have we got now? How do we see? 9 people watching. Oh my god. This is pressure. This is pressure. Okay, let's go into it. I'm going to say this one last time. I probably won't. I'll probably be saying this all night. The digger right there, try and ignore it, okay? I'm doing my best to ignore it. But secretly inside I'm raging. Okay, so we're going for 4 layers. Of course we're going for 4 layers. It's like Excalibur, it's, you know, it's what I want, it's what I need. I need to do 4 layers. Last week, I did 3 amazing layers. Do you remember that? Fantastic. It was like a letterbox, black, light, dark. And then I fucked it up on the top one. I've got a really good selection of beers. I'm not going to show you them all, just because. Oh shit! Shit, hold on. Sorry. So I'm not going to show you them all. I've just picked out the selection that I think is going to work. So this time we're going the opposite. We're going light on the bottom. We're going dark. We're going light again, and then we're going like an amber beer on top. That is the plan. So at the very bottom, no stories tonight. No stories tonight. I've humiliated myself last week. This is the bottom layer. Triple hazy, 9.5%. I am going to be fucked in the morning, so there might be a story. You never know. Drinking 4 beers in an hour too last week, that was not good. That was not good. So this is going to the bottom. Presumably this is light. I've never had it before. We had the double hazy a few weeks ago and it was alright. It's fine. Triple hazy though. It smells strong. It tastes alcoholic. It does actually taste like punk, which it should do because it is punk. So here we go. Of course, I've got my laptop in front of me, so I can't afford any spillages. I didn't think that far ahead. Okay, so the rules, we'll go through them again. I need at least 1 finger of head, okay? 1 finger for each layer. Can't be wee shitty ones like it was yesterday. That's why I couldn't accept the 4 layers last week. Wasn't good enough. So that was the bottom layer. Okay. I'm going for a dark beer this time. This is it. Horny Bull Stout. This is a brewery that's fairly local to me. What is this? 7%, I think this is. Is it 6%, 7%? Does it say anywhere? Does it actually say anywhere? It's right in front of me. 7%, it is 7%. So that should float nicely, I should think. bit worried about this whole computer being in the way, and you know, with my track record of spilling shit. So let's get it cracked. It smells like a proper stout. See if this fucks up on the first go. Swear to God, I'm gonna cry. Oh, this is not good. I can barely see. Oh God, it's not looking good already. It is working just about. Oh my God. It's not great. Let's plow on ahead. It's too late, we've cracked it open now. Just need to get one finger. It is definitely separated, like. Is that one? No, of course it's not. I should have put a bigger layer in the bottom. Fucking hell, look at this, look at this! Should have put a bigger layer in the bottom. Oh God. Can I start again? Can I start again? Okay, you never know, it might kind of go back up the glass or something, I don't know. It's not going to go up the glass. Layer 3. This is always the tricky one. The higher you get, the trickier it gets. It's Northern Monk. I don't know if anyone's had this. Is out of Tesco, so everyone probably has it. What is it? Hazy Pale Ale, 5.4%. I tend to stay away from hazy pale ales because they're tricky. Oats, it's got in it. It doesn't have any maltodextrin, so I don't know. I imagine this would finish high, but I mean, as high as that. This is borderline. This is borderline whether it's allowed or not. Never had this beer before. It's probably nah. It's fine. It's fine. Tastes a wee bit like punk, actually, to be honest. Right, here we go. I think this is not going to work. I just have a bad feeling about this whole thing. Your man in the digger. That's what it is. Your man in the digger has thrown everything out the window. Oh, this is a fucking disaster. Look at this. Well, I mean, no, it is technically a layer. It's more of a gradient, though, like we had a couple of weeks ago. It is more of a gradient. It's the kind of hazy ones that are just not... Hazy ones are just not right. You can kind of see all the shit in it. It's like a really shitty pint of Guinness. Like a pint of Guinness Matt Hancock had the other day. Fucking hell. I mean, that's near 4 layers there, look. Unintended. Get the stout. You've got this dark brown layer, and then you've got the slightly lighter layer. Beer. I mean, what the fuck is going on here? This is weird. Okay. But that's not all. We're going for potentially a 5th layer. Potentially a 5th layer, right? We'll have a good look at the end. I'll get a light on it and we'll see. And we can get Norris McWhirter on the case. Oh, forgot to show you. This is what we've got. Smithwick's Red Ale. Nothing but the best for my subscribers here. Not the Coors Light shit, no. No. Smithwick's. 3.8% this is. So, oh, it smells like fucking turds. Okay. This is looking insane. This is looking insane. That's what that's what it's looking like there, look. It's fucking 4 layers. How has that even happened? It's the hazy ones. It's the hazy one, look. If this floats, that's 5 layers. That is 5 layers. Hold on, just need to take a minute here. Just catch my breath. This We went for 4 and we're potentially getting 5. We're getting 5 fucking layers. Right. Oh my fucking god. Oh, it's exciting. Okay. Potentially, unofficially, we might have 5 layers. I don't know if this counts. I need to just shut up and do it. Let's go. So this is a red ale, so you would imagine it will be completely different colour to that, you would think. But because that's so light and thin, and the shit that looks floating about in it, it's like, I don't know if this is going to work. Well, I keep talking here for the next 5 minutes and just drag this out as long as I can. Okay, we're going in. Here we go. Come on. Come on. Oh my god, I have no idea what's going on here. This looks fucking weird. This looks insane. What is this? What is this beast I have created? Oh my god, that's fucking amazing. That is absolutely incredible. Let's be very careful about this. Toss that to the side. That's 4. Is it 4? Okay. On the bottom, we've got the triple punk. A bit small, the layer. I should have put more in. Normally I put too much in and it overflows the top. The stout is definitely there. The hazy faith, it's called, split into 2. And now the top layer is that kind of amber ale. Hold on, let me get it. Let me get the torch out. Come on. For fuck's sake, come on. It's just here to embarrass me, this phone. Just waving it about the place. Fuck's sake. Fuck's sake! Can you just come on? How about this? How about just fucking working? Jesus Christ. Right. Torch. Torch is not working. It's still doing the webcam. That's what the problem is. Okay. There we go. Okay, so bottom layer, there it is there. Look at that. Amazing. Small. Stout, can't see through it. You've got this kind of red area, red zone, let's call it. Got the kind of wheat beer zone up there. And then you've got the kind of the red ale right at the top. What do we think then? What are we saying? Is this good? Can I really call this 5 layers? Not sure. Norris confirms it's a record. I don't know. It's not as clear as I would like. The 3 from last week were super clear. And this is... I mean, this is a bit of a fucking mess, if we're being honest. But, like, I mean, whoa. Look at that thing. It's definitely 4. It's definitely at least 4. Just depends how we're taking these 2 here, because it's one beer that's split into 2. Half the oats went to the bottom, went to the stout, and the rest of the beer staying on top. I think that's what happened. Okay, I'm going to get a drink of it now because I haven't actually had anything to drink tonight. And gasping, it's the first of the week. Again, I went another week. Well, it was a bank holiday Monday, so we had almost a week off the drink, which is good for me. I'm going in. Let's just have one more look at this masterpiece, because I'm going to ruin it when I start drinking it. Look at that fucking thing. Look at that fucking thing. What the hell is that? It smells like dog shit. It tastes like a super session, like a low alcohol IPA. Have you ever had one of those? Just, what's the point? It's like boiled water and like you've squeezed the hot bag after a brew day into a pint. Okay, that was a bit better. Got a bit of the stout that time. I need to get down to the bottom, so I'm going to have a big slug here. It's far better at the bottom than it is at the top. Far better. I think it is 5 layers for sure. It is. That was unintended, but it was 5 layers for sure. I don't know if it's if I can call it official or not, but I think we'll call it unofficial. It's like when your man broke the 2-hour record in the marathon, but he was being paced all the way around. You can't deny that the man, a human being, has run under 2 hours for a marathon, which had never been done before ever, and it was thought that it could never be done, which is kind of the whole point of it. But you can't deny it wasn't an official record because it wasn't in competition, and it was against kind of the rules, which is you're not allowed pacers and all this stuff. So it's like that, but you can't deny that the man did it, and you can't deny that I definitely did at least 4 layers there, potentially 5. It depends how Okay, I did 5 layers there in one glass, and I still had room on top for more. So I have a good mind to go out the door and just shout at your man, the digger, I did fucking 5! And all that. But he stopped, so it's good. So yes. Woo! That feels good. That does feel good. I think that drink's starting to hit me now. The only thing about doing live streams with like F at Friday videos and you're trying to do 4 layers is that you get drunk really quickly because you're mixing all them drinks. A vase for next week's. Oh, jeez. I actually have the perfect one in the house. It's like shaped. It's shaped like the Europa League trophy. If you're aware of that. If you like football, if you don't worry about it. But it's like that, and then it just goes up at the top. And that would be amazing. You get like 10 layers or something if you had. It would cost you a fortune to get 10 layers, but you could get 10 layers if you wanted. So I got a shitload of beer too this week, and I've literally got a fridge full of it. And I'm not brewing as much. I've got a bit lazy on the brewing front. I have got a beer on at the minute. I've got a lager on. I actually did another New Zealand Pilsner. I fucking love that beer. Love that beer. And if he could, no, he probably could do 60. Let's be honest. I would take that personal if he did that. But yeah, so I've got another New Zealand Pilsner in there. Absolutely love that recipe. Really love that recipe. I've used Azacca in it. Did a brew day and I didn't take any video footage of it. Got a bit lazy and just thought, fuck it. Who cares? Got a hangover. But yeah, but lager's the intake. I'm trying to hurry it up as fast as I can, but every time I do it, I like taking my time with it because it always turns out brilliantly, and I think it's because I'm not trying to rush it off. You know, I'm waiting till it finishes, and then I'm giving it another couple of days, and then we're doing like a dry hop on it. and then we're crushing it for like a week, not like a couple of days, a week. And every time we do it, it turns out absolutely brilliantly. So, I mean, dare I rush it off? We've got the live brew day as well too tomorrow. I wanted to do another lager. Got something coming up in about 6 weeks time here, and I would like normal beer for normal people, sort of, rather than, I brought actually, I bottled a load of stuff, sent beer mail out, and I brought a load of stuff into work. And why is it that when you talk to people about homebrew and stuff like that, the first thing they think, the first thing they ask you is like, is it like 10%? As if you're some kind of fucking headbanger making 10% alcohol all the time. It's like, well, why do they think that? I don't really understand the logic behind that. Because obviously I would be drinking it, and who the hell? I mean, I don't mind the 10% beer, but I'm gonna drink one in a night, every night. So yeah, I handed out a load of bottles, and one of them was the black IPA. It's like 6.3%, and 6.3% to me doesn't seem like an awful lot. I mean, it is obviously, but it's not that. It's not like 8 or 9%. So I don't know whether that's a kind of brewing thing. I'm thinking like, see, I always think anything over 7% is like insane, and I just can't handle it. Only what I can, but only in small doses, and I would never put it on keg. But yeah, the look on their faces when they seen it was 6.3%. Oh my god, what is this? What is this? Yeah, Student Times is right. Morning, Matt. Where are you? Are you in Oz or something? Or are you just on the night shift and you just got woken up? Are you going in tonight? Is the next question. I used to do the night shift years and years ago. Probably 20 years ago. Fucking hell, it was mad. It was absolutely mad. I used to work in the same place as my dad too. We are in Oz, okay. Jeez, that is early. Are you brewing or something, or you just got kids? Or no, I forgot. Sorry, everybody in Australia gets up early because it gets like dark at like friggin' 5 o'clock in the evening, doesn't it? Something ridiculous like that. So everybody gets up early to make use of the day. So they all go to bed early then. So they start drinking 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Whereas people like me start drinking at 9:30, whatever time that was. I'm already half drunk here. Okay, I'm going for a refill. You've escaped your night shift contract, Graham? Nice one. Night shift's a nightmare now. Oh yeah, I was going to tell you. No. Shouldn't tell you this. Say that. No, should tell you. It's not that bad. But I used to work in it's the same place. Basically, I've worked in the same place. I'm not going to tell you where it is because I don't tell. No, I don't tell. I never ever say my real name. Don't write it in the chat either, what my actual name is. I don't say it, just in case anyone from like the corporation that I work for ever sees this video, which there has been someone that's seen it, but they don't mind. So yeah, and then we're one of these companies that takes it really serious. All this bullshit about, social media. There's a social media policy, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, I've worked in that same place for ages, but I used to work on shifts years and years and years ago. And I used to work in the same place as my dad. And yeah, I mean, he had the life of Riley. He was a boiler man. This is back in the days when, they used like coal and shit. It was like fucking, seemed like forever ago, but there was like a backup boiler, and he had to man it, and just in case the kind of heat went down in the plant, because it's said too much already, but But yeah, but basically what he did, he was just there to make sure that not, because the heat goes down, the machines all go off, and he was there just to check that. So he basically did fuck all. And I used to go down. We had a secret knock. So he would lock the door. I know if he's locked the door, he was up to something, or he was like sleeping or something like that. So I always had to knock the door in a certain way, then to give him the alert that it's okay. He doesn't need to like put his trousers on or whatever he was doing in there. I didn't ask. Okay, so it could have been anything. But yeah, I'm not really sure where that story's going, to be honest. But yeah, and then I remember. I mean, this is how long ago it was. I remember it was we used to watch Euro '96 on it. Karel Poborski. I remember clearly the Karel Poborski go. I was in his little kind of boiler house watching that on a little TV. I think he was actually having a beer at the time. So it's shambolic. The shambolic nature of the 1990s. This was long before everything went corporate. Oh, and yeah, night shift. Night shift never agreed with me, ever. Just, I couldn't handle it. But it wasn't just night shift all the time. It was like a 3-shift rota. So it was like night shift, and then there was the day shift. It was like 7 to 3. So it was 8 hours. Every 8 hours you would change shift, and then the 3 to 11. So it was like you'd only do 1 week of each, and then 1 week on. I can't remember what it was, whether it was days or whether it was evenings or whatever. And fucking hell, it was just. And I was not old at the time. You know what? I've just thought I'm gonna do one more kind of separation here. Even though I've thrown that on the floor, just pretend you don't see this. It's a 3-minute rule. Jesus. I feel half drunk already. Okay, we're going straight for the stout. No, I need more than that. And let's go with the Smithwick's over the top. Just want to see what colour the Smithwick's. Oh fuck. Fuck! Gonna take off. Ah! You bastard, you. Oh my god. That's what happens when you pour aggressively. Okay, that can go over there. Okay, that was stupid. Still though, let's have a quick check. It's kind of, is it anything? Is it actually anything? It's very unclear. There is a separation. I just wanted to check what red looked like on top of black, because I was thinking maybe I could do it and have the Guinness. Remember the fizzy Guinness? That was brilliant stuff. Have the fizzy Guinness and then that on top. But the kind of colour is not quite. I mean, it's definitely separated, but it's difficult. It's difficult to see, like. So it's unclear. So I don't know if I'll be doing that. Okay, so who have we all got in chat? Story time. Told you too many stories last week. I mean, is it not enough? Analog in Qatar. Are you still in Qatar or are you back home? Do they have you like working on the World Cup stadiums is what I'm saying? It's like slave labour. You can't say that. You can't say that, seriously. yeah, so I used to work on the night shifts, and we used to go um, back to the house. 'Cause obviously, I was living with him at the time, and he went straight to bed basically because he was sensible. But then me, I had like 2 hours from between, and then my mum was away to work at the time, so she worked and she started like I don't know what time, 7 or so. We like basically seen her on the way as she was going out. So we basically had the house to ourselves. I think my brother was moved away at the time, and my sister was away as well. So basically, all my family live in England, or they used to live in England, apart from me. It was like the last one, the only one that stayed, and so I basically had the house to myself. So I used to, like, he had a garage out the back of his house. It's a garage. Wasn't a garage and it wasn't a shed. It was like this big, massive shed thing that he built himself. He's like the complete opposite of me. So I mean, I would say that I have no talent for homebrew, or not homebrew, for like home improvements or any kind of DIY thing. And then I'm just realised that I'm in this place, the food truck, of which I built. And now I'm thinking like, oh, well, hold on, maybe I do have something. But yeah, he basically built the shed himself. We helped him a little bit, like we were only small. And yeah, so, and I used to go out, and used to be my quality time, and used to like have a beer waiting for me every night. Usually at the week, especially at the weekends, on a Friday morning, and then I would treat myself to a beer and a spliff in the garage, and then I would have like the Walkman on, the tape, usually Guns N' Roses or something like that. Just and then go in and watch The Big Breakfast, and that's the main memory I think I have of doing the night shift, is like going. Is basically not actually working. It's actually the bit after the working, having beers and stuff, pinting at like 7:30 in the morning, which is allowed if you do night shift though, to be fair. But yeah, that was a long time ago. I can't smoke any kind of hash now at all. Can't do it. My head's wrecked. It got wrecked with it completely years ago. So I don't do anything. I can't do anything. I mean, I can't do anything after what I told you last week, which will not be repeated. But yeah. But yeah, it was kind of the crazy life. Had a lost weekend. Basically left the house at some point in 1995 and never came back till like 2008. Such is life. Your night shift was no different to the day. The smell of weed makes you sick. I smell it all the time. I don't know whether it's just me, I'm imagining it or something, but even today, I went out for a walk up the road, and there was like 2 people coming out, and this is like the country, like in Ireland. I mean, what's the chances? 2 people were coming out of a road up the road, and the wind was kind of blowing down, and then suddenly these trees moved, and I was convinced that I'd smelt weed. It's like, where's that coming from? It probably wasn't. I think it was probably the smell of the trees, but maybe there's something in my brain that makes me smell it all the time. I'm not entirely sure. But the weed you get over here, which is not really weed, well, you can get weed over here, but at the shit that I used to smoke all the time, it was not great. I mean, we went to Amsterdam, me and my friends, a few times, and the stuff that you were getting over there, it was fucking amazing compared to like the shit that we were paying for over here. I mean, what's all that about? Amsterdam. That actually reminds me of something. So yeah, one of the times we went, and everyone goes to Amsterdam. I mean, I'm sure everyone in this, and the 11 people that's watching this, you've all been to Amsterdam. Is there anyone that hasn't been to Amsterdam for like a weekend or something? I mean, surely everyone's been, right? Frank, no, you've never been to Amsterdam, really? Yes, yes, yes. Look, even the Australians been. Frank, fuck's sake. I'll be nowhere. It's an experience that you should definitely go at some point. I mean, maybe we're all too old to go now, let's be fair. But yeah, we went, and it was basically like a jolly for the boys. And we did all the kind of touristy things. But during the day, you know, you go on, there's like boat cruises and shit like that, and then you go around the Reichstag Museum and stuff like that, and you go out to the Ajax Stadium for the tour and all that. But really, when the turns starts to go dark, it's like you're straight down the red light district, into the cafes, into the coffee shops. But the way that sell there was at the time, it was so much better. I mean, I don't know what people sell now, because I don't do any of that stuff anymore. As I said before, I can't handle it anymore. I can just about handle the drink, nothing more. But yeah, so there's one time we went, and it was again, for whatever reason, it was my mate that got me into trouble, and he said he was trying to get pills, and he found some guy that did the pills, and then it was like, I can't remember what the price of them were, but it was like 2 for 15 or something. I can't really remember. Maybe 3 or 4 for 15, whatever. But yeah, so basically we gave him a 20 and expected him to give change. And of course, you know, it's a drug dealer. He's not going to give change. So basically, yeah, so we kept on asking him for change, because we were young and stupid and stuff, and we didn't realize we could be murdered at that point. So we kept asking him for change all the time, and he was like, I think he was German. There was 2 of them. One of them was Dutch, and the guy that I'm thinking of is German. This was his mate, and he was like fucking 7 foot tall, and he was built like a wall, basically. It was a walking wall. And he was like, he came over to me, and he was all like, "Hey, let me shake your hand." And I was like, I put my hand in there, and this is my hand going in, and this is his hand. This is his actual hand. I was like, oh fuck. And I squeezed it, and he's all like, "We don't do change here. I should suggest you walk away now." And he's just squeezing my hand. It's like, so yeah. And then we had to go, because he was literally gonna throw us in the canal at that point. And then amazingly, about a day, I think it was 2 days later, I think that was the Friday. It was either the Thursday or the Friday, I don't know. We went for a long weekend. And it was like 2 days later, 2 nights later, the night after the next night, we saw him, and he must have been off his head on fucking crack or something like that. He had no shirt on. He was topless. And he was like fucking raging. He was screaming his head off, running through the streets. And he was shouting, I don't know what he was shouting. He was shouting something in German. And he was just screaming his head off, running down the road. And then the next thing you see is the cops coming around the corner. And then they're on bicycles. Of course they're on fucking bicycles. I mean, you wouldn't drive a car in the red light district anyway. But yeah, and then they came flying past on the bicycles. And then he went around the corner, and then that was the last time I ever seen him. And I always wondered what happened to him. Why did he not have a top on? I can understand why the police were chasing him, But why did he not have a top on, and why was he screaming his head off, attracting attention to himself? I can only assume that he was like on crack or something like that. But yeah, always wondered that. And that's the reason why, if you haven't gone to Amsterdam, you should definitely go, because seeing that is, it's worth going for. It's worth the money. Of course, you wouldn't go now, like, in the whole pandemic. Did you ever go to the Knock and Shop, Graham? Did you ever actually go in yourself? I never went in. I never had the balls to go in. Thought about it ever since. I mean, literally every other night. What it would have been like. But, no. Not every other night. Just every night. There be your wife. Now, to be fair, I was going to take a piss there, but I have actually taken my wife to Amsterdam. We used to have a thing, me and my wife, where it doesn't matter where we went on holiday, we would always get a Chinese, find a Chinese restaurant and have a Chinese, and get like prawn crackers, and we went like loads of different places, and the prawn crackers are always different. And it's always like about prawn crackers. I don't know why. It just happened to be prawn crackers. But the time we went to Amsterdam, they did a prawn crackers, but it wasn't a prawn crackers. It was a prawn cracker. It was just one massive prawn cracker. It was like a bowl they brought out. I have no idea fucking how they cooked it or what. It was like it's like the size of my chip pan, and it came out. It's just it came walking out of this thing. Argentinian steakhouses, yeah, I think it did at some point. I can't really remember, to be fair, because I drink too much. I can't really remember, but yeah, I think we definitely did go to one of the Argentine steakhouses. So yeah, we've gone like all over Europe, and always got like a Chinese meal with the prawn crackers. And we went to San Francisco one time, and I'm trying to order prawn crackers with the man, with the waiter, and with this accent as well. Prawn crackers, no prawn crackers. I want some prawn crackers. Can you give me some prawn crackers? You don't know what prawn crackers are. You know prawn crackers. No prawn crackers. Prawn crackers. He had no idea what I was talking about. Absolutely no idea what I was talking about. So I don't think they do prawn crackers in America, I think. Or he literally could not understand a word I was saying. It could go either way. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, San Francisco it's a really good city. And we went to LA. We had a week in LA and then a week in San Francisco. And if I'm being honest, LA was really good, but by the end of the week it was like called Hell A. I mean, we went to Disneyland as well, and just it was like a day from hell. It was like just the people, the queues, and this wasn't even peak time. The sun was literally, it was like a desert. It's like 40 degrees the entire time. I was burnt alive by the end of the day. We missed our bus home because we were miles away. They ended up paying $120 in a taxi. And it was just like the worst day ever. And then we went to San Francisco, and it was just the complete opposite. It was cooler. It was a city. Everything was close. It's kind of compact. You know, there was loads of stuff to do. You weren't just like going to the beach. I mean, in LA, I went to the beach one day, and now obviously I'm Irish, so I like burn. If I open the blinds, I like literally burn like a, you know, like a vampire. But it was a cloudy day. We went to the beach, didn't put any sunscreen on, and just like I was like a fucking roast potato by the end of the day. It was horrific. And then went to San Francisco. Just everything seemed better, and just yeah, I really enjoyed it as well. There was only one thing that I didn't like about San Francisco, and that was that they didn't know what a prawn cracker was. That was the main thing I took away from it. Prawn crackers. Yeah, prawn crackers. Prawn crackers. Do you know what prawn crackers are? Prawn crackers. Prawn crackers. That type of thing. Fucking embarrassing. You can take me nowhere. You should see me trying to speak French. I mean, it's even worse. Well, yeah, there is that, I suppose. You're ginger. So, I mean, that's even worse than a vampire. There's only one thing worse than a vampire, and that's a ginger vampire. And that's a fact. Vegas and San Francisco. It was crap compared to... Oh, hold on. We did Vegas and San Fran. Vegas was crap compared with San Fran, okay. We should have stayed there. I always wanted to go. Always wanted to go to Vegas. I still want to go to Vegas, but I'm not. I don't gamble. I'm not any kind of gambler. I don't do any gambling whatsoever, because I just don't understand it. I don't understand the point of gambling. I mean, I know that you get a buzz if you win, but you're obviously the chances of you win are very slim. But having said that, I've always wanted to go to Vegas. And I think I will still, at some point, go before my life ends. Hopefully. It's just what to do with the kids. Shrimp crackers? I don't know. I'd probably call them... What's another name for a cracker? There has to be some good stories of the North back in the day. I'm guessing you're talking about Northern Ireland. Most folk have no idea of the stories. And there was, there will be, there will always be. It's just like, it feels, sometimes living in Northern Ireland feels like you're in the arsehole of Europe. Never mind the arsehole of the UK, which it definitely is. You're in the arsehole of Europe. Good evening, Duncan. Good evening. You haven't missed anything, don't worry. Other than the 5 layers. We got 5 layers tonight. Maybe. I don't know. Did we get 5 layers, everyone? What do we think? Can't confirm 5. There you are. So yeah, Daft Cat saying that she was supposed to go to New Orleans and Philly last year, but with work. What do you do anyway? Seriously, like, because you're all over the place all the time. And you know what the thing is now? Now that we've had like lockdown and everyone's on, Zoom and all the rest. You know that everything's gonna change now, and all those kind of everything's going to be virtual now. Everything's going to be on the internet, and you're not going to get to travel half as much as you used to. But that's the way it is, I suppose. Oh, right, okay. But yeah, everything's changed. This is the new normal. Everything's virtual. Speaking of virtual, actually, I've got roped into like a quiz through work. Those people again, I know you're talking. That's what I'm saying. But yeah, I've got roped into a quiz next Friday night, so I'm probably not going to be streaming, which is maybe a good thing, because I mean it's all I can do to stop you from telling horrific stories of the shit I used to get up to back in the day. I mean, it was never that bad, really. Like, I mean, I have really bad friends, though, who have, who are not there anymore, thankfully. I'm just very easily led, especially when I've got a drink in. But yeah, yeah, well, it's always good when the company credit card buys the beer, that's for sure. So yeah, I don't think we're going to go on holiday like this year, or at least any very far. Maybe probably staying in and around here. Maybe go down south. At a stretch, maybe to Scotland. I would really want to go back to Scotland again. I used to go to Scotland a few times. Back in the day, I went a few times and it was always fantastic. I mean, the weather's always going to be a bit dodgy, but the Scottish Highlands, I mean, seriously, like, just amazing. Amazing countryside. Bacon and egg burgers for breakfast. Wow. Yeah, the good thing about Northern Ireland is it's very small, and you can get to where you're going and back in like a day, so quite easily, which is a good thing. All right, is it? Applecross. Where is Applecross in Scotland? Is that in the Highlands? Or is it some estate just outside Glasgow? No one, Frank. But yeah, so I don't think I'm going to be going on holiday anytime soon. Certainly not a foreign holiday. I see people going on foreign holidays when we used to go, like with kids and babies and stuff, and I was like, how can you even deal with that? I mean, it's just insane. How can you be bothered? 6 hours north of Glasgow. Was that like the Shetlands or something? Near Wick. So is Wick. Is like pretty far north, isn't it? Do they not have like the the driving route around the kind of north coast of Scotland, and then down the west coast? I mean, that's definitely something I would like to do at some point. I mean, we've done driving tours around the Highlands and around basically Loch Ness, and it's just amazing. Amazing countryside. There's nowhere in the world like it. Fantastic. Yeah, Ireland's nice. It has to be said. It's nice, but I mean, it's just getting the weather. This is the thing. It's like when the sun shines, it's the most amazing place on earth. We used to go down to down the west coast. There's a place outside Galway, Connemara they call it, and it's like just really rugged countryside, and there's like mountains and stuff, and it's so scenic and picturesque, and just the most amazing place when the sun shines. And we used to go there. We went there like for 4 years in a row. I managed to talk to my wife into going, and the first year we went, we just caught it, and it was like this heat wave, and it was like 21 degrees or something like that every day, and it was amazing. It was like the best weekend ever, and I managed to talk her back going into the next year, and it was like the complete opposite of that, and it was like lashing down with rain, 50-mile-an-hour winds coming at you, You basically sheltered in the hotel the entire time, and that was day 2. Day 3 as well. Basically, the whole weekend was basically ruined. And then I managed to talk her going back down the year after that. And it was sunny when we went down, and then it just rained the rest of the time. And then the 4th time we went down, it was raining the first day, it was sunny the second day, and it was a mad storm the 3rd day. And she then vowed she would never go back again. That was it. She was never going to go back ever. And that's the end of it. And that was a few years ago now, and she never has. Right, I'm going to have to wrap this stream up because I'm down to go to the toilet, I'm afraid to say. So I think I've done well here. I've not revealed too much. Too many dirty secrets about myself, which is good. I still need to figure out the whole setup because as I say, this is plan B, this setup. This is not what I originally intended. Yeah, Clifton, yeah. That is the main spot. That is the main spot in Connemara. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I used to go down I used to be really into cycling, like a good few years ago before the kids came. On cycling in the summertime around Ireland, or around Connemara. I used to go right around basically the whole area. It's fantastic, fantastic. But, when it's torrential rain, it's not so good. Right, I'm afraid that's it. I'm going to go because I'm really down to go to the toilet. So, probably not be on next week. It'll be probably the week after, but sure, what can you do? Okay. Bye. See you later. I'm going to wet myself, seriously, if I don't go.